How's it going, guys? Combo Hive Mind here with an episode of Would You Rather. Super fun game. Full screen only on desktop browser, but it's super fun. All you have to do is Would You Rather. This one here, right off the bat. Would you rather chill with Eminem or chill with Jay-Z? I am 100% an Eminem fan. I have been since, geez, I can't even remember when. I love Eminem's music, and 90% of all his songs I have heard, and I love it. My answer, 100% chill with Eminem. We're going for 71% of people want to chill with Eminem. Those are good odds. I like those odds. Next, would you rather be Australian or be American? No offense to anybody down south of the border. I am in Canada at the moment. Unfortunately, Canada is not there because obviously I would click Canadian. I've always loved the Aussie accent. I'd love to, I don't know, be in a fist fight with a kangaroo, so we're going to go for Aussies. 58% would rather be Americans. That's good. So you never have to do one of the two. Would you rather never tie your shoes again or never untangle headphone wires again? For some people this could apply. I don't wear shoes. I am pretty much working all the time. The shoes that I do wear have no shoelace, so I would technically never have to tie my boots again, which I only do once a day anyway. Never untangle headphones wires again. I use Bose wireless Bluetooth headphones. Again, does not apply with me. So if I'm going for a general public idea kind of thing, never tie your shoes again. Really, 58% do not want to deal with headphone wires. Go wireless. Would you rather eat only chewed up food from out of a toothless elderly person's mouth or eat only chewed up food from out of a young chain smoker's mouth? Neither. Where's the option for neither on this one? Holy crap. Chewed up food from out of a toothless elderly person's mouth. Well, it wouldn't be really chewed up if the elderly person is toothless. I am a smoker myself. I am not a chain smoker. That's a tricky question. I'm gonna go with the elder because, especially the fact that they're toothless, will give me a little bit of chewing left to do. That way, it wouldn't all be mush, dirty, disgusting mush. 55 close odds, really close odds. Would you rather be the head chef on the luxury cruise liner or be the head chef in the White House? Personally, I would go for a luxury cruise liner. I've heard stories on both sides. I've heard that as an employee on a luxury cruise liner, a lot of people want to go work on a cruise liner because, hey, you're gone at sea pretty much the entire summer, maybe even the entire year, and it's a joy. You're in a big boat, and it's technically a year-round vacation, which you're paid. And then I've heard it from the other side where people are saying it's not as glamorous as it is. Everybody's there on vacation, they're having fun while you have to work. But being the head chef at the White House comes at a big price. Everything has to be. I would go for a luxury cruise. I think that being the head chef at the White House would be too much stressful. It would be a stressful situation because everything that you cook for absolutely anybody in the White House would have to be, one, absolutely perfect, and two, tested by testers to make sure. You would constantly have to go through security and criminal record checks and this and that. No, cruise liner it is for me. 60% want to work at the White House. I don't blame them. The White House would be the place to be. Parliament Hill would be the place to be for me. Would you rather be an excellent singer or be a superb writer? Well, being an excellent singer, anybody can be an excellent singer today with the mixers. Be a superb writer, you could write absolutely anything. You can write books, you can write novels, you can write magazines, you can write music. I would go with a superb writer. Really, 62% want to be singers. Which is not hard to believe in a sense, because everybody wants to be a celebrity, I guess. Not too many writers or celebrities. Would you rather be emo or gothic? Ooh. That is a toughie. And I will have to go with an emo. I don't want either. I don't like either. I'm not judging people, but emo would be my guess. So 44%. I'm on the wrong side apparently. Would you rather be known as a racist or be known as a sexist? Again, neither. Being known as a racist is not a good thing. Being known as a sexist is not a good thing either. If you hear a lot of pops in the microphone, there are fireworks going on outside. Special occasion for failed fireworks for Canada Day, which was 5 days ago. The weather was horrible and the wind was way too rough for fireworks. They attempted to let off the fireworks and there was no point in doing it because it was dangerous to the public. Therefore, they had to cancel them, and they are doing them tonight, which is a super clear night. So, my apologies for the pops. I can feel the vibration in the wall right behind me. I can obviously hear them through my noise cancelling headphones. Therefore, I'm assuming you guys can hear them as well. So, back to the question, would I rather be a racist, known as racist, or known as a sexist? There's so many races out in the world. There's two human races, female and male. I would rather be known as a sexist than a racist, because as a racist, millions of people will hate you. Even as a sexist, millions of people will hate you as well. I'm going for sexist. 64%. I am on the winning side. Good to know. When addressing a person, would you rather begin every sentence with "I'ma let you finish" or end every sentence with "in bed"? In bed. 100%. That could be so fun. Oh my god. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Would you want to come over and have fun in bed? Hey, would you want to watch a movie with me in bed? Would you like to hang out with me in bed? Anything. Would you like to play with bubbles and shit in bed? Anything works with in bed, as opposed to beginning every sentence with "I'ma let you finish." I'ma let you finish. I can't even come up with anything. I'ma let you finish playing with bubbles and shit. No, that just doesn't make sense at all. And every sentence with "in bed," anything in bed is 100% good. 58%. I was expecting higher numbers. I am on the winning side, but I was expecting higher numbers. Would you rather have a one-night stand? Been there. Have a friend with benefits? Been there. Since I've been to both of them, it depends on the circumstances. Having a one-night stand with someone that you really enjoyed having a one-night stand with that person, you want that one-night stand to end up being a friend with benefits. If it's someone that you strictly have no physical attraction to, no interest in, having a one-night stand, you have no connection to this person whatsoever, having a one-night stand would be on the better side. But having a friend with benefits is a one-night stand whenever you want a one-night stand. I'm going with friends with benefits. 83%. Very, very good odds. I am very happy with the population that have voted this. Don't get me wrong, having a one-night stand, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I've done it. But having a friend with benefits is 100 times better in my perspective. If you were an evil mastermind and not end, would you rather have your lair be underwater or have your lair be on the side of a cliff? That's a tricky one. Underwater is always good, of course, considering how deep you are, how you get to your lair. Can you breathe underwater? Do you have a submarine? With scuba gear? It would end up being a hassle if you don't have the abilities to breathe underwater. since you are an evil mastermind, I'm going to assume that you don't have the ability to breathe underwater. Therefore, the best bet would have to be the lair on the side of the cliff, which on the defense side, having your lair on the side of the cliff opens a lot more doors to being attacked, as opposed to having it underwater. Not too many ways can they attack you underwater. I like being underwater though. I played Subnautica. I really like the idea of having a base underwater. I'm going on the water. 62%. I am on the winning side. That is good. I like those numbers. Would you rather have a baby boy or have a baby girl? I've had both. I have a boy, 8 years old, and I have a daughter, 4 years old. I have both. I don't know. I've had both. I've experienced both. Both are just as awesome. My son is extremely awesome. My daughter is extremely awesome. Boys, I love cuddling. I have stepkids as well. I have 2 stepdaughters and 2 stepsons. I like girls better. Not to say I'm a guy. It's normal. I like girls better. No offense to gay people. I like girls better because I like the emotional aspect of it. I like the being physically in contact aspect of it. I like, you know, sitting at home at night, sitting on the couch watching a movie, cuddling with my daughter. Boys don't do that. Boys will want to be pushed aside and be on their own. They want to be more independent. I even though I've had both, if I could do it again, I wouldn't care which one I would have, but I will click for baby girl this one, and I am on the losing side. But again, I've had both. I have a son and I have a daughter. I've experienced both. I'm not including my stepdaughters and my stepsons, which I see as my own, which is ironic because the mother and I have been separated for over a year now, although my oldest stepdaughter, I speak to her almost every day. She is my daughter, so therefore I have a lot of kids. I have 6 kids all in all. I would prefer a girl. Yeah. Would you rather be a robot or be an alien? Robot, alien. Robot, alien. Am I stuck on planet Earth? Being a robot, you have no feelings. You will never die. You have no sense of taste, you have no sense of smell, you have no sense of absolutely anything. No emotions, no nothing. As opposed to being an alien, I'm assuming being an alien you have the same aspects as a human being, pretty much. And then if you're an alien, that kind of opens doors to space travel. Yeah, robot as well, but I'm going for alien. 53%. We are on the winning side. I like that. Would you rather be able to freeze time for 1 hour every 24 hours or be able to replicate one thing per day that disappears after 24 hours? Okay, so if I freeze time for 1 hour every 24 hours, does that mean I am frozen in time as well? If I'm not frozen in time, then 100% I will use that. We're just stopping time here, clock stoppers. If I can replicate one thing a day that disappears after 24 hours, what's the point of that? I get to replicate it. So if I want a brand new phone, the Samsung Galaxy S9 or S10 or whatever they're out with now, after 24 hours it disappears on me. But if I'm able to freeze time for an hour every 24 hours, I get to do whatever I want for an hour every 24 hours, assuming that I am not frozen in time as well. This just doesn't make sense to me, because whatever you replicate just disappears after 24 hours. So I'm going for the time. 77% winning side. Yes, sir. Would you rather run 26 miles or swim 5 miles? Yeah. I'm not a runner. Running 26 miles will kill me. Swimming 5 miles, that's easy. Not to say it's easy, but you don't have to constantly sprint swimming the entire 5 miles. You just slowly float away. As opposed to running, you can't walk, you have to run. This is not laps. This is just swimming in the water for 5 miles. I'm going for swimming. 50-50. Wow, that is awesome. I like those odds. That is awesome. Would you rather get gas every time you are around the sex? Hold on. Would you rather get gas every time you are around the sex you're attracted to? So I'm assuming it would be either gas as in a burp or a fart every time the sex you're attracted to, which for me would be a female, or burp after every time you kiss. Is it constant gas? The questions are so vague. Do I get gas? Okay, so if I burp every time I kiss, is it one burp? If it's one burp, then would it be, again, gas, would it be one fart? If I get one fart every time I'm around the sex I'm attracted to, which is female, then I'll take the fart. I don't want to burp after a kiss. I'm taking the gas. Losing side, but not by much. 5% to a tie. Would you rather dress like people would hundreds of years ago, or dress like a person from the future? Well, I'm a guy. The clothing aspect for man hasn't really changed. It has evolved, it has changed, but we still wear same length shorts, same style of shirts, t-shirts, muscle shirts, you know, long sleeve shirts. It's all the same. Girls, no offense to any girls, but the clothing has become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Go back to when I went to school. Girls were wearing shorts knee high. Now girls are wearing shorts where their ass is falling out of their shorts. So I can only assume that in the future it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And hundreds of years ago, people knew how to dress. Don't get me wrong, there's nice clothing out here today, but back then it was all suit and tie, it was all formal, it was all, yeah, I'm going for hundreds of years. Future, people, they don't even know what the future holds and they want to dress. What if dress like a person from the future means you don't get dressed at all, you're walking around naked? At least hundreds of years ago, you knew what people were wearing. In the future, you don't know what the options are going to be. I like to know what I'm doing. Would you rather live in the Doctor Who universe or live in the Star Wars universe? I never watched Star Wars. Y'all can hate me in the comments. I am 100% a Trekkie. Even though I didn't watch the original series, I don't think I've ever watched one Star Wars movie or episode or nothing. It's a big deal. I know. I just never got into it. I'm not a fan of that. On that note, I've never watched Doctor Who either. But I've heard of Doctor Who and I've heard of Star Wars. For my personal preference, Doctor Who would be the winner for me. Because I don't find Star Wars interesting at all. Y'all can hate me. I knew that because everybody loves Star Wars. So I'm on the losing side for this one. Okay, so for the rest of your life, would you rather eat what you find in a dump or eat sea life from the bottom of the sea? Do I get to cook the sea life? Am I living by the sea? I really don't want to eat stuff I find in the dump. I'm going, that's not a no-brainer. Whatever you find in the dump is all decomposed and rotten, just gonna make you sick. I'm going for sea life. Obviously, that's gotta be the winning side, 76%. So if your mom was about to die, would you rather marry an attractive 64-year-old and drink your cat's pee every morning for breakfast in order to save her? What the hell? Or let her die? What does that have to do with my mom dying? Okay, so the basics again. Marry an attractive 64-year-old and drink your cat's pee every morning for breakfast in order to save her or let her die. Vague. How old is my mom? At the point where my mother is right now, she's lived a very good life. She is old. She is in the retirement ages. She's lived her life. Why should I put my life and suffer for my mother to live an extra, what, year or two? Because yet I have to live the rest of my life with this 64-year-old drinking my cat's pee every morning for breakfast. As cruel as it is, and as much as you guys can hate in the comment, I'm letting her die. She lived a good life. Look at that, 60%. We are on the winning side. A lot of people want their moms to die. But this is just doesn't make sense whatsoever. If you had to eat one, would you rather eat a hamburger or a hot dog? Both equally good. Hamburger, a lot more nutrients, a lot more filling. Hamburger it is for me. I love both, but I'm going for hamburgers. 77%. Good, I like those odds as well. Would you rather be in the Left 4 Dead universe or be in the Walking Dead universe? Left 4 Dead game, totally aware of it, never played it. Walking Dead, also a game, but also a TV show. So, since this is a game, I'm basing that this is on the game as well. I've never played Left 4 Dead. I played Dying Light. It's hard for me to judge this answer. I am going to go for The Walking Dead because I'm aware of what Walking Dead is. I've never played the game, but I've watched the TV series. Never played the game here. I know it's all about zombies, so one or the other, you're bound to die from a zombie bite or whatever else, so Walking Dead, 70%, good odds. Would you rather eat Red Lobster biscuits or eat Olive Garden breadsticks? I don't know what the difference is. I don't have a Red Lobster where I live. I don't have an Olive Garden where I live. I'm pretty sure they have them down south. I live in northern Ontario. We do not have that. I've never been to either of them. I'm just going to skip this one. I can't answer it. I'm going to answer it just for fun. Red Lobster. I love seafood. So lobster to me, seafood. Losing side. I couldn't judge this one. I've never had either. This is a personal preference from people that have had this kind of food. So if you were a dog, would you rather be a stray on the street or have bad owners? Okay, so this subject could hit home a little bit. People that live next door to me have a dog where they never go for walks with it. The only time that the dog actually goes outside is to go outside. They never spend any time with it. He spends hours outside and he barks to come back in the house, and I constantly hear the bark. And it's for hours and hours and hours. Therefore, that's why I bought myself a noise cancelling headset. I have a $510 pair of noise cancelling headphones on my head right now so I can drown out my neighbor's dog. So for that exact thing, I would rather be a stray on the street. One, freedom. Get to do whatever you want. You do have to fight for food. Eventually someone will take you in. But having bad owners is never a good thing. So I'm going for a stray on the street. 84%. Beautiful. I love that. Would you rather be John Lennon or Paul McCartney? I'm going for John Lennon on this one. Good odds. We are on the winning side. Would you rather be Cinderella or Ariel? Cinderella's a bitch, man. Come on. I want to be Ariel. Come on, let's go. For 1 week, would you rather eat nothing but dog treats or eat nothing but cat food? Well, as a bet, when I was a young lad, we ate dog treats. So, dog treats are dry. They're a biscuit. It's a biscuit. That's all it is. Cat food, but you could even get the chewy, meaty ones. Cat food is just, I'm assuming, plain disgusting. It's just dry cat food. Unless it's in the can, which is absolutely disgusting. I'm going for dog treats on this one. 77%. Beautiful. Would you rather drink 5 ounces of vodka by nose or drink 5 ounces of hot sauce by nose? I think I've heard someone doing this in the past, and it was not a good result whatsoever. This must burn the hell. It must be hard to get out as well, but this must burn as well. I'm going for vodka though. It's more liquidy, it's easier to get in and back out. 81%. Okay, that's good. Would you rather eat a pine cone or eat an acorn? Ha! Pine cone. I come from the bush. I was raised in a really foresty area. In the community where I was raised, the only things running the entire community are sawmills, which there's pine cones everywhere. I've worked in it. I'm going for pine cone. Oh my god, 22%. Forget I ever did that one. Would you rather drink? Would you rather Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper. I really like the taste of Dr. Pepper. I've had Mountain Dew years and years and years ago, and I've never got into it. Dr. Pepper, I'll drink one any day of the week. 47. Close odds. Would you rather have 2 moms or have 2 dads? Doesn't really make a difference. It all depends how much loving they give you, right? So if you have 2 moms, one's a total bitch, well, what's the difference in having 2 dads if one's a total asshole? Again, depending on the age that you are, but some moms are more active than some dads. I'll go with 2 moms. My father was never in the picture. He left when I was a young lad. I don't blame him for leaving. Well, I blame him for leaving in a sense, but where I lived, where I was born, he was not there. He was born 20-something hours away from that, and he wanted to go back to his family or for other reasons as well. But my dad was never in the picture, therefore I'm gonna go with 2 moms. My mom was my main influence in my life, therefore moms are the thing for me. Would you rather gone on the Titanic? Would you rather have gone on the Titanic and survived, or been in the Twin Towers when hit and survived? I don't even know why that is a question. I am not American, I am Canadian. My heart dropped when the Twin Towers were hit. That was a tragedy. There's a lot of speculations behind why they were hit, how they were hit, what happened behind that, and I am not going to go into that. The entirety of the Twin Towers event was a total tragedy. Therefore, I'm not going to hit that subject. I'm going for the Titanic. Well, I don't know why people would go for that. One, the Titanic, you get to be hundreds and hundreds of years ago. You get to see the beautiful sister ship of the Titanic, so they say, and survive the entire ordeal. See how they lived back then. This is just a plain catastrophe. Would you rather eat the same thing 3 meals a day for the rest of your life, or eat whatever you want but have to eat a poop sandwich once a month? Tricky question. Eat the same thing 3 meals a day for the rest of your life, or you get to eat whatever you want, but you have to eat a poop sandwich once a month. So I get to eat whatever the hell I want. If I want to eat bags of chips every single day, all day long for the rest of my life, but once a month I have to eat a poop sandwich, so be it. If you eat the same thing 3 meals a day for the rest of your life, what makes you so sure that that same thing 3 meals a day is not going to be a poop sandwich? I think I could deal with eating a poop sandwich once a month to get to eat whatever I want and not gamble with the fact that these 3 meals a day could be 3 poop sandwiches. I'm going for eat whatever I want. 25%. 75%, 1 million people will risk taking a chance of eating 3 meals a day that could be a poop sandwich for 3 times a day. No thank you, not for me. Would you rather be eaten by a zombie or be burnt at the stake? Oof, tricky question, and I am going to leave it to you guys to answer. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what you would do. Would you rather be eaten by a zombie or be burnt at the stake? And I will see you guys on the next episode.